white helmets.
Is quickly, is it?
White helmet is, yes.
Really quickly? Yep.
And the blue helmet must be Mia Cooper. The knee strap into it.
Thank you. And on the half-back line for AFL Sydney, there's a player with the white head, what do you call it? Headband over here at the half-back flank. She's got a white, she should be easy. And also, 14 is also white head, Zara Hamilton over in front of us.
Yep. I remember her from...
She was outstanding last year. She was Fletcher. In the frozen tongue, if it wasn't Royal Marker.
The wind cover. Stevens? Is it Dubel or Dodo?
Dubel.
Dubel. Oh, yeah.
It's not working, is it?
Nah, so it's either the blast.
And I'm like, we'll give it I'll turn it on to you.
Oh, it's got time on it, so cool.
And I'll stop that in the third and fourth quarters so that we've got an accurate time test.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'll be, I don't think they're breaking in first and second quarters, it's only third and first.
Yeah, just last week.
Got any hot tips for today, for on air?
Oh, nah. Not
Nothing?
Nah, not really.
And are you at work on the 9th for the big race in Canberra? You at Epic? You at Canberra Racecourse?
I'll be there, not
working.
Nah, thankfully. Oh, sort of. I'm meant to be in the office that weekend.
Oh.
So I'll be in the office I'll call the footy from the office on Saturday.
Are you going to remote, are you?
Yeah, yep. I'll just have the laptop there and make sure everything's running smoothly on Saturday for when they play Canberra next week, Giants. And then Sunday I'll just get everything done before I go out there.
So it's a Sunday race meeting?
Yeah, Sunday, and then the Monday is public holiday.
Is that like the Black Opal?
Yeah. And they got the Canberra Cup on the same card.
Is that 3,200 metres like most cups are? Is that a proper staying race?
Just 2,000.
2,000. What's the diamond? Is it 1,600?
The Opal?
The Opal, sorry.
1,200.
Oh, it's a sprint race?
Yeah, sprint race for the 2-year-olds.
Coming on here is Emma Walsh, just from on the flank here. That's Walsh. Short of powerfully built. I like it, James.
Is it not?
So behind to the Giants Academy. 1-1 with the score. game's shown signs of being really competitive.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it, so far?
Yep.
There's Jan Check in the right for the Giants.
Right, Jan check on ball, thank you.
Number 40.
Yep. They're on out the back. Oh, great smother. That's gone. That's a football move. Tackle Darcy Prosser Shaw. He's got a white headband. And his sister's got an orange headband. Emily. Yeah, it needs to be perfect. Up the back, surely.
It's got a different Stevens. Oh. We're still waiting down. Okay, cool.
What's the story, Jokey?
We're on. Hello, welcome. A couple of technical difficulties to get us underway for the Sydney under-22's v the Giants 18s, the GWS Giants Academy. Of course, the women's division are on the field now. Been a great day so far. I'm Jake Altieri. Next to me is David Redden. David, the voice of AFL Sydney. Welcome back to Canberra.
Steady on, that moniker doesn't suit me very well, but it's great to be back in Canberra. Great to work with a great man, Jake Altieri, who's a consummate professional. He's done 2 games already with the excellent Nick Flynn, and great to be in a combox again with you, my friend, and looking forward to this very much.
If this is your first time tuning in, it's been a warm day here in Canberra so far. We'll have drinks breaks in the third and fourth quarters at the halfway point of the match, but so far in this one, it's the Giants leading 7-0, with an early goal going the way of Georgia Patterson. Hot contested game early, David. You can take us away.
Thank you very much. Handball comes out, squeezes out the back. Got to be careful not to give an over-the-shoulder free kick. Doesn't. Giants flying in there, all over half-back. That's Cooper out the back with the blue helmet. Just beats one. Plays on. Steps inside. Should go for a centering ball. Does. That's almost interference, surely, and paid. Free kick at the back. Comes out towards us in commentary. At the back, over Hamilton's head. Walsh is on here if they get it to her. Takes the mark on centre wing right in front of us. Needs to go quickly, does. Needs to pick that football up, get a handball off. Great tackle made on Jada Kennedy. They continue on. Savannah Codd, Jake, I'm out of it. Go over you, sir.
Intercept mark taken by the Giants. As he crosses shore, centering footy. Dangerous. Turned over. Rudd. Looking inside 50 for Sydney. Beautiful ball looking for Fowler. Just over her head. Sits up nicely for her. Gets away from 2. Snaps the ball on goal, and there's the first for Sydney.
Good body strength there from Fowler. Kept it balanced, didn't she? Busted the tackle, stepped inside. And a good comeback after the Giants have been very impressive in the first 11 or 12 minutes of this game.
Sort of the first time Sydney's been able to go forward so far in this matchup. Giants have had all the answers so far. It's a beautiful bit of play, especially for the individual Fowler, who shrugged a couple of tackles and almost into an open goal.
Who spent time on AFL lists, has gone to North Shore this year, and she's going to make North Shore a very powerful football side. Not that they're not already. I find this fascinating that Zara Hamilton was on the wing. She's gone in the middle now, which I think is sensible. And this game's got all the portents, Jake, of being a belter. Very competitive in its stifling conditions. It's plus 30 degrees here at Patches Asphalt. By the way, what a facility this is, Jake. This is a great place, Patches Asphalt Park. Ball goes into the forward pocket. Being chased out of there. Handball comes out, Fraser. Great tackling. Can they get the rebound football? Sydney. Fowler all over it. No prior there. Big tackling made in there. One of them making the tackle was Darcy Prosser. Her sisters, Emily is out there as well. some really good young football talent out here, I'm telling you. Can't wait to call the rest of this game and this afternoon's game as well. Beautiful one-hand pickup straight down the spine. Almost perfect. Cooper swoops on the football. Right-hand handball clears the area. Going out wide to the centre wing. Another lovely handball out there to Jones. Got to get a handball on. Excellent defensive work out there on centre wing from Sydney. Handball comes inside. Another handball comes out. That was Emily Prosser-Shaw. Going back on the fight. Gee, that's a courageous mark. I bet you that's Saskia Johnson. Yeah, it is. Who enormously courageous player from Sydney. Vice captain of Sydney. As a very young player. Wolf comes inside. Drop mark, drop. Chaos ball. Handball out there from Elborn going wide. Handball comes inside. Another dangerous handball. Sydney stepped up the intensity. This is the last couple of minutes. They're on out the back. Ball goes over the top. Got to keep a composure. Ball bounces in a big leg break. Gets a handball out. Steps inside. Oh, great smother, Giants. Gee, they've defended that well, Jake. And should be a mark taken. Great defence from the Giants Academy.
Yeah, Barry taking the relieving mark and looking to come across the ground. Roger with the footy in hand up towards centre wing. Almost a push in the back. It is paid. Good way of George Arles. Up towards half forward, but chopped off there at centre half back. That'll be Sullivan. Centering kick.
For those of you that is a coin to a natural right side, poor kick, and that just fell in their hands. That was complete luck. Wasn't much skill in it. Needs to go defensive, does. Gets the ball to ground, that might go out of bounds. And it does. Out there on half forward flank for Sydney. Right in front of the NA contractor sign. It's 1-1-7 apiece. 15 and a quarter minutes gone. Quarter number one here. Jake Altieri and David Redden here with you. Tapped away. In there was Rhodes for the Giants Academy. Handball comes out. Tries to. I wonder if that ball was touched. It was. Called by the umpire. It seemed to deflected mid-air. Got to get a handball out. Turns one, turns two. Beats the tackle. Kicks it to no one in particular. They need that out of bounds in front of Elborn and they get it. Just wondering if Gosha Elborn is where I think she's from. Yep. Elborn's brother also plays for East Coast Eagles. So she's an East Coast Eagle who's won a three-peat, Jake, in Sydney football, and that's extremely rare.
Rare at any level, David. Is a quick kick straight out of the ruck. Out of bounds on the full.
It's on its way to the shopping centre, I think, isn't it, that one?
And you can pick that up at Super Barn. No doubt they'll whack a little bit of a tax on it too, just quietly.
Oh, the sledging's starting already. Good stuff, Jakey. You good forward, the great man.
So they'll fetch that one back. It'll be Hannah Phillips who'll have the kick-in duties. So mention hot weather and a hot start of this one. There is a bit of a breeze blowing around at ground level. It looks like it is heading to the right-hand side of screen as the long kick. The defensive end, Wenke, takes the mark. Looking inboard. Sizzling ball. Mark's drop. Down there, that'll be Neil who spilled the ball and now Sydney are away inside forward 50. Straightening up and having a ping on goal. No one's there and it doesn't matter. Made the distance but to the left-hand side. AFL Sydney have taken the lead, David.
1-2-8. The Giants Academy 1-1-7. And the Sydney side has started to settle into their... I think this could be a cracking game of football. The Sydney team started off slowly, but the Giants didn't let them play well. Elborn out in the pocket. That's Quigley. I'll hand over you, Jake, in that corner, please.
Fowler.
Fowler.
Just seeing that over the boundary line in front of Quigley, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Not long left in this first term. Exciting matchup. This one, and awesome to see that they've worn the right colours too. Easily stand out among others up here in the commentary box. Fowler got the handball at the back now. Bourgeois kept it going. Kavanagh inside with the left boot. That's an awesome kick. Timed it beautifully. Must have been touched. Played on. Did Wickham. That's to the right hand side for one behind.
And the Mustard medalist misses that, and it'll be that you'll see a sign very shortly. There you are. So right on cue. And the score by us is 139 AFL Sydney, and the Giants 117. We'll actually stay on there. We spent a bit of time in that quarter off here, so if that's all right, we'll stay on there, Jake, and have a bit of a catch up. What did you broadcast 2 games earlier on today? The Swans Academy way too good, but the men's game, the second game, was actually a very competitive game of football. I think both sides have got something out of it, I believe. And the Canberra, the off-field stuff were right into the game, and I thought the Canberra guys put up a pretty good show against a pretty decent Sydney Swans side. Was that what were your thoughts on that, having called it?
Yeah, the men's game was very, very competitive. The both will get a good hit out of that. I think the telling factor is definitely for the Sydney Swans is how much time they've spent together. You could almost tell that the Canberra sides probably hadn't spent that long together. There is only 6 sides in the Canberra comp, so they would have known who each other are and know how they sort of play, but to bring it all together in a short space of time doesn't quite work out that way. In particular for the women's side, I think it was sort of noted how different the Sydney sides play to the Canberra sides. The Canberra women's competition's a lot more congested, a lot more up in and under, tough sort of footy. And once the Sydney Swans Academy got it to the outside, they just ran them off their legs and they couldn't go with them.
It's funny you mentioned that. When we went down to Launceston for the Sydney Canberra versus Tasmania games, the men's game was absolutely, you'd have loved it. The men's game was outstanding. But that exact same thing happened in the women's game. Once the Sydney Canberra players got it outside, the Tasmanian players struggled a bit because they were so quick and they were so powerful outside. When the game got inside, now there is a secondary game this year at North Hobart. And I know the Tasmanians will be coming. Greenway Oval, and then also at EPC Solar Park in Phillip, there, right in the shadows of the massive Woden shopping complex. But that is a fabulous. halfway breaks in the third and fourth quarters after 9 minutes approximately to give the players a drink to hydrate. Players from the Giants coming out of position now. And the next voice you'll hear will be that of the voice of AFL Canberra, Jake Altieri.
Thank you, David. As we just touched on an awesome first quarter of football, we've still got 7 to go. Of course, the men's following on from this women's matchup. 2 points. The margin as we head back to the middle. Bourgeois got the tap down, was absolutely clobbered in the process as well. Coming up the back to Cameron. Kick heading out wide to nobody in particular. George Giles might be the first one back to it. Shoved off the footy. Umpire calls play on. Tricky little 1-2 with Martini. With the Giants coming away with it, turning it over. Giving back to Johnson. The man out wide, just missed it with the kick. Now the Giants back on the attack. Through centre wing. But turning it over and coming back the other way was Mitchell Bruce. Good mark. Going to half forward and trying to take off with Bourgeois.
She's played on technically, hasn't she, Jake?
Technically, but umpire giving her the benefit of the doubt. Looking up towards her forward 50. Platform Stevens couldn't take the mark for the Giants. Somehow got it out. Did Codd. Sydney building it through hands now. Brown up towards the top of the goal square, but plenty of numbers there for the Giants. Across the shore it is. Sending it back to where it came. The line, the wall is set up for this AFL Sydney side.
Gabby Stanley gets that ball out. Cameron, who I miscalled earlier on, I got the wrong Cameron. I do apologise, Livy, and everybody at Manly. Quigley staying on her feet. Inside handball. As Jake was saying, he hoped that they play that inside game. Stanley gets bamboozled. Chance out the back. Handball comes along. Giants from 40. This has got to be a goal. Absolutely. That's a superb kick. Was that Eliza Georgialis that kicked that? Oh no, it's 9. It's Georgia Patterson's second, Jake. And a lovely kick. Nice bit of shape on it. She kicked that beautifully. And counter-attacking football from the Giants Academy at its best. The Giants, 2-1-13. And the AFL Sydney Women's 22's, 1-3-9.
Yeah, fantastic. That ball was either going to go through the goals or sit up nicely for a teammate to run onto. But 6 points it is either way.
Patterson from Ainsley's got 2 of the 3 goals in the game.
Yeah, once she gets up to first grade and plays regular first grade footy, she'll absolutely tear the AFL Canberra competition apart. Plenty of great young footballers, both men and women, taking their place for AFL Canberra's. Coming out of the pack was Kenobi, inside forward 50. Ball drilling towards the boundary line, but sits up nicely for the Sydney side. Able to beat down there. Plenty of blue jumpers around.
Quigley, Doug performs a shepherd and assists the teammate. Should be a chest mark and taken there by Lily Sullivan. They're asking for the 45. In fact, that's a direct crossing ball. It's dangerous. It's brave, but it's dangerous. It's going to backfire, is it? Handball comes out and away go the Academy again. Although the kick slices like me at the driving range. Coming in here is Rudd from Pennant Hills Footy Club. That is a very dangerous kick. Probably didn't look heavily. Stanwicks has gone back to sweeper here. She's going to have to stay there. Emily Prosher-Shaw, who's absolutely lightly when she gets out in the open field. Premiership player with the Eagles, of course, in Sydney. Kicks a wide football. Stanwicks beautifully picked up from the co-captain. Should come wide down the flank. Bit of a mongrel talk goes here, there and everywhere. Over there's Randall. Hannah Wolf, the Meister medalist, gets an iffy handball out for mine. Great tackle made on Sophie Kavanagh. That ball needs to be touched. It's going to just stays in play. I don't know how she's done that. That was Hall. Coming in here is Fraser. Goes inside. Superb tackle. In comes Fraser again. Didn't want to use the left, did she? Went outside, inside out. Over there is Martini. Got a little handball out. The Academy are swooping. They're running hard. In fact, they're running a bit harder than the Sydney side at the moment. Wonderful tackle. And umpire said, Jake, no prior. And I'm not sure I agree with that. I thought that was a decent tackle. Over to you, sir.
Definitely a good tackle. Case being made there for holding the ball. go again. Cross the shore. Dodges around a couple. Gets a kick inside forward 50. A little bit of a worm burner. Too hot for her teammate to take. But getting the clearing kick away is Mitchell Bruce. Out to nobody in particular. This might dribble outside towards the boundary line. It is. As it stay in, just sits up. And eventually Wickham is taken over the boundary line.
And it's great to see Mitchell Bruce being awarded. Her club last year, St George, struggled all season, brand new to the Premier League, and she was their best player. It's great to see being rewarded with a representative jersey at the start of this season.
Ball comes in again. Bourgeois in front with a double tapper. Looking down there for Randall. Plenty of orange jumps around. Randall couldn't get away from their opponent, and that's holding the footy. It's a Wolf on the outer side. Kick away. Kavanagh. Well, didn't go the required. Does well though, Kavanagh. Follows up. Now with the footy in hand and a bit of space to work. Setting up nicely though is Corcoran for the Giants. Bit of back and forth at the middle point of this. Bourgeois, beautiful take. She plays on, looking inside forward 50. It's open out the back if they get the chance, but
Brave.
Beautiful mark taken by Doble.
That was a goal-saving mark actually from DeBell. She did beautifully well there. Beats everybody, coming in hard at the football is Saskia Johnson. Misses the footy. Away go the Giants Academy again. They're playing much better football this quarter. Stanwicks has got to go. Can she get her off balance? She drags and scrags. The handball comes out now wide to Rhodes. Taps it down. Oh, almost a trip there. They've scrambled unbelievably well, AFL Sydney. It's still alive. Inside handball. Now beats a tackle. Out of bounds in the full. That's on its way to Superbarn. And that was Aisha Sanchez. But very good football. And there's a distinct change in momentum in the last 6 or 7 minutes. The Giants Academy running and running and running. And they've just run them off the football a little bit lately in the last couple of minutes, Jokey.
Yep, for sure. I think Sanchez deserved a little bit better there. Just middled it. She tried to have a snap-on goal or a centering ball, and unfortunately out of bounds on the full it goes.
Another player from the East Coast Eagles Academy. Hello to everybody watching from Cambridge. Low driving ball. Had to be good. Came in from the side. Again, Saskia Johnson is a very, very brave footballer. The vice captain of Sydney Uni. Goes short. Had to be good. Mark drop. That should have been taken. Wolf in and under us. That's how she won a Mostyn medal. Great extraction. Hamilton drops it. Johnson. Ball smothered. Play on call. Handball comes out, and now they're out in the open. Driving ball here from what looked like Holly Wickham. Bourgeois needs to get a handball away. Wickham backing up beautifully. Outside handball's on. Chance at a goal. Can she kick it far enough? No. Intercept mark taken. They'll be disappointed. Quigley's on out wide. Jake. Can they get it to her? No, they can't. It goes over the top. Going to have to go. Going to stay on her feet. God, great tackle. Quickly at least got the ball to ground. In there's Randall. Cooper drops the mark. Off hands. Over here to Sullivan. Goes square. Opens the play up beautifully. The Rolls Royce out there. Hamilton, can she get it to a player? No, she can't. Intercepted. Great defence. And that player again favouring that right foot. Step inside. Great tackle. What's the umpire said? It must be an over the shoulder to start. Yeah, that's what it's been called. And Jake, it's still 2-1 to 1-3. The Giants in front.
Game's gone up a notch. Berry had to get around the man on the mark. Did, but kicked to nobody in particular. Big pack forms Cooper. Trying to burrow through and take the footy with it. Went back and got it again, but has one arm wrapped up, and the umpire will come in and ball things up. So we go again. All there to be won. Doing really well was Johnson. Giving the handball to Wolf. Out wide. Looking for Hamilton. Ball didn't bounce nicely for it. Quigley was there to chop it off. Crosser Shaw. Speed to Burn. Dodges one. Takes a bounce. Fading the handball to Quigley. Plenty of orange jumpers around, but she looks deep inside forward 50. In fact, it's bounced over the top. Is it going to bounce through for a goal? It won't. It'll just be across the face for one behind. So there was so many orange jumpers around, David, and not a blue in sight.
Across the shore on the fly, as I said, an impressive sight. Took them on, had a bounce, love the arrogance, it's great. Coming out wide with the kick in. Steps inside. Got to get rid of that quickly. Oh, so does Saskia. Johnson's in trouble. The defensive work here from the Giants will be pleasing their coaches. On her backside was right off the ground. Gets another good tackle. And I think that's where the intensity's gone. The tackling has gone through the roof in this quarter. And going to be a game of attrition today, I'm telling you. Bodies over the football. In there was Gork Roger. Can't get her hands on the footy. Correction, it wasn't Gork Roger. It was Zara Neal in 33. Janchek can't get the football. Wolf gets the hands free. Over here is Kenobi, formerly of the Killarney Vale Football Club, of course, up there in the Central Coast. Good tap out. Kennedy did what she had to in defence. Gets the football. She's done unbelievably well against two players. Good tackle made in there by Kenobi. And at least maintaining possession in there was Matilda Elborn. Another ball up. Stanbury came back. Yes, another Manly player in Becky Stanbury. Too fast, Prosser Shaw. Kick over the top. Chance. Sanchez is loitering with intent at the back. Gets her hands on the football now. Comes at 45. Spotted an open player. In here is Cameron's got to be very calm and has to stay on her feet. Doesn't. Here's a chance. Saskia's coming back. Gets the ball to grab. He's out holding the footy now. Comes, squeezes out. Great defensive work, Jake. Absolutely superb defence from the Giants Academy, and they keep the ball and they're attacking 50.
Yeah, they're setting up nicely behind the ball. Looks like they've got a couple spare at the back of this stoppage too. Oh, that's a beautiful tap down. Just couldn't make the most of it. Good Gork Roger.
And she'll be disappointed with that. She's a key forward for the UTS Bats. She'll be disappointed with that. She actually had a bit more time than what she thought, I reckon.
And bursting through the stoppage with the right foot boot on her, but too much bend on that one. Now Sydney coming in through Stanwicks. Runs out of the goal square and sends it high footy. Janchek there. Almost could have taken the mark. Through hands now. Wolf. Run and gun towards the middle of the ground. Stevens definitely should have gobbled that one up. Now it's danger, danger, danger. Through hands of Walsh, but again, plenty of Giants around. Working it through hands. Janchek. Cooper. Just inside forward 50. We're going to pass this one off. Short kick just over the man on the mark. And a good mark's taken. That's Gork Roger.
I think the distance will worry her. Although it's a very hard, fast track. But I just think this might push her for distance, Jane.
So Sophia Gork Roger on the runway. Close to the man on the mark, but looks a pretty good kick off the boot. Distance not a problem.
Commentating skills there.
Accuracy not a problem. And the Giants extend their lead to 12 points.
3-3, 21 to 139. And that scoreline is reflective of their dominance this quarter. They are running harder. They're getting open. Their defensive work, particularly inside there, and that's how people have won premierships in all levels of football, is defending inside your own forward 50. But they've just been terrific. And the Sydney Academy's now got a big test on their hands. They've got 5 minutes left in the second quarter to try and get at least one goal back on them. Quigley going in the middle with Sophie Kavanagh. And back to the centre we go. Jumping early. What's that for? Is that a boundary umpire call? I think that is. No, it wasn't. That was a central umpire call, so it must have been some work off the footy. Martini's out here on her own. Has to step up now, does. Little inside handball to the Mostyn medalist. You don't give off a 6-metre kick. That is not 15. Good, well called umpire. Fowler, handball in. Wolf the third. No, it's not Wolf this time. That was Taylor Kenobi and picked off at centre half back. Away go the Giants again. Can they get open pasture? Going out wide. Even contest out there right on centre wing. Steps inside. Again, another good tackle that we know prior there. Now, Plus says, thanks, ladies. I'll have the footy. Bourgeois up for Sydney. Gets a tap out. Can't pick the football up. It's been the story of their second quarter. They just haven't got any easy football at all. This is where the Giants coaches will be very happy. They've been defensively superb. They're leading by 2 straight kicks, 3-3 to 1-3. Jake Altieri and David Redden here in commentary with you at Patches Asphalt Park in Queen. Great 1-2 handball, frees up the wing. Ball bounces on its end. Oh, they're open here. Surely an easy mark, and it's taken. Just wondering if that's Peggy Stanbury with the football. Can't quite see the number yet. It could be Stanbury. This is not quite a gimme, but it's not far away. It's about 18 metres out. Must kick the goal. And did. That's a very good football. That's exactly what they needed. And we'll give you a score update in a minute. AFL Sydney under 22's 2-3-15. The Giants Academy 3-3-21. Stanbury, you've given that to as well? Yeah, it was Stanbury. And that's exactly what they needed deep into the end of the first half. This is a terrific football ground. I reckon the atmosphere here on a good winter's day would be great when there's top of the table like Queanbeyan and Eastlake. You'd fill this joint, wouldn't you?
Almost, yep. They played finals here last year. It was awesome atmosphere here too. Just with a grandstand right beneath you as Winky sharks it from the contest, gets a handball out wide. Berry. She's lifted the ball up towards half forward. Gork Roger. Looking for Winky. Gave it back to her. Cooper. The Canberrans linking up, looking for Randall now. She left it behind. Did lay a strong tackle though. Winky. Back through now. Sanchez. Lost in the tackle. Umpire calling play on. Gork Roger goes again. And now he'll call for a ball up.
Gork Roger's been good this quarter.
Only the one mistake from her. Ball's in the sea. Winky gets around one. Onto the right boot. Long footy towards the goal square. But Stanwich is there to mop things up for the AFL Sydney side.
Stanwich read that beautifully. Goes wide. Zara trying to go back to get a kick. That's what she's got to do. They're being forced in and out of this by such a good defensive performance in the Giants Academy. Just over a minute and a half left in the first half. That late goal from Peggy Stanbury's made a big difference. This should be a thrilling finish later on this afternoon. Ball's right at the back. Janchek's been terrific. In fact, that wasn't Janchek that time. That was Rhodes at 34. Umpire says holding the footy. Correct decision. And is that Fitty? Yes, it is. So, interference and giving the ball back. That's the first 50 we've seen this afternoon. Kenobi got the footy. No one's necessarily going to mark. Oh, she had to go to the exact mark. I thought she must have had to run through the line. But she was actually technically, I reckon, entitled to run. That was just my opinion. And I'll leave that to the umpires. That's fine. Mark taken out there at half forward flank. They'd love another one just before the end of the quarter. Up there for acceptances. Oh, good mark. Way too good. Is that Stevens? Paul, thank you. Coming wide. That's one of the pros. Oh, intercepted beautifully. In there by Sophie Cavana. Can she get her hands on the football? No, she can't. Too many Giants. Great numbers. Defensive coming in now. Kick goes about 3 metres. That won't be 15. Wasn't. Crash ball here. They'd love another one here, AFL Sydney. Need to get the pressure on. Two players making a very good tackle. There's 90. That might be the scoring done in the quarter. They need a snap from this particular contest. Trying to grab out. Oh, steps one. That should be... Oh, kick! Late goal! Oh, my goodness me. That was Georgie Fowler. And just like that... That's her second. Yeah, it is. And you wouldn't believe that that's the last play. I said that would lucky to be a score, and there wasn't. There was. And just like that, two very late goals. Jake, what a game of football. This is 3-3-21 apiece.
Yeah, it's awesome. They're swings and roundabouts, isn't it, a little bit? Looked like the Giants had the run on. They had all the momentum going forward, but the last 5 minutes... Welcome back to Patches Asphalt Park. We're on the Queanbeyan side of the ACT border, and we're halfway through a ripping matchup between the GWS Giants Academy and the AFL Sydney U22's. This is the women's division. We've got the men's to come up after this, but I'm Jake Alcieri. Next to me is David Redden. David, you've seen a number of these players play. Oh, you probably couldn't count how many times you've seen a number of these players run around. What's taken you so far in the first half?
The defensive intensity, given that this is the first day of March, the season's up. The Canberra season doesn't start for another 5 weeks. The Sydney season starts in 28 days. The defensive intensity and the fitness doesn't surprise me because these are Premier Division players. They're a Giants Academy side. You can see, if I can describe this to you in a fair way, how lean and trim the players are. They've clearly worked their backsides off in the off-season. They are fit, and I'm saying this is a complete compliment. They're fit. The Giants Academy, and they're playing football a certain way. They're trying to play Giants football. The Sydney Academy side's done a good job those last 2 guys. I thought the Giants were all over them like a cheap suit in that second quarter for 16 of 18 minutes. Then all of a sudden, 2 late goals from Fowler and also Peggy Stanbury have got them right back in this game. It's 3-3. We thought that this could be a very, very good game of football, and it's proven that way. But it's the defensive, the tackling and the pressure, and when the games that we've called, the games that we called last year, the representative football we called, if that defensive intensity goes up another level because players know to stay on their feet, they can tackle moving players stepping them, and you have less time, Jake, when you're at this level. You've got less time, and that shows. Players that like an extra step, you don't get it at this level. But I've been very, very impressed with both sides, and I cannot wait for this second half. Again, everybody, before I hand over to Jake to start us away, breaks at 9 minutes in the third and fourth quarter for a hydration break. Players going out in position, the umpires are ready, the officials are ready, this excellent crowd at Patches Asphalt Park is ready. The next voice you hear will be that of the voice of Canberra football, Jake Alcieri.
Thank you, David. Best of the best. Playing right across the day today. Some of the best kids. Well, not some, the best kids in New South Wales. Taking the field.
In the ACT.
Of course in the ACT as well. Janchek, I should say. She's left the footy behind her. She tried to follow up her own ruck work. Getting in there was Berry, but she was claimed by 3. Ready to go again. Ruckman nullifying each other. Wolf caught holding the footy.
That was the old drop kick, that one. That's an illegal kick as well. Was that Aoife Berry?
It is Aoife Berry. Just forward to centre for the Giants. On the attack early. Going looking for Cooper and Quigley. And Cooper's got the footy in hand. Still too far out to score. Looking for Quigley and finds her.
2 easiest players on the ground to call from 150 metres away.
It's awesome of them to combine. One more kick and finds the target. That's Quigley.
That was a laser, that one.
An absolute bullet. Might be Gork Roger with the footy in hand.
Is it Fraser?
It is, in fact, Neil. Zara Neil.
It's 33, isn't it?
It is 33. Had to wait for her to turn around, but Zara Neil on the runway. This will be a dream start for the Giants. She can put it through. She's just hanging out to the right-hand side. In fact, doesn't have the journey, and will stay in play as well. First one after it was Sanchez for the Giants. Now Cooper swings around, straightens up on the right-hand side, to the hot spot. Off hands, getting the tap down was Rudd. Sydney under a stack of pressure early on. That's a strong tackle.
Was that a push in the back, Jay?
Benefit of the doubt for Borks.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not convinced myself, but anyway, umpire's there, right there. He's close enough. Fair enough. Great tap out to position. Immediate tackle made. That's what's happening today. You just don't have the time you have in your normal club footy. Another ball up. Dangerous tap out for AFL Sydney. Chaos ball. Hamilton beats 1, beats 2. Stanwicks comes wide. Good defensive kick. Superbly read by Wolf. Net needs to go now. Steps inside and gets a kick away. That's not holding the footy. Hamilton comes on, glides onto the football. Superb handball out. Inside-outside football from AFL Sydney. and a poor kick to be fair from Cerezo. Handball coming backwards. Anyone's football this is. Picked up one-handed. One of the Prosser Shores. Up towards Cooper. Hits the knee. Picks it up now. Turns around. Trying to find a running mate quickly. Couldn't get up. Going out wide. Out there's Stanbury. Lopes after the football. Has to make a tackle, Peggy Stanbury, and did. Umpire says my football. That was a big tackle, actually, because it was an open pass. She misses that tackle. Ball up now. Over there on centre wing. Picked up. Runs inside. Wolves getting so many kicks in and under. Oh, lovely overhead mark. Was that Morgan Stevens that time?
It is.
Stevens. Goes wide. Just from the player in front. Got to handle it. Another kick, Wolf. She'd have 15 or 20. They've got to go now. Got to go quickly. Need to move the ball quickly. Do. Got to go long, AFL Sydney. Lovely little nudge in the back. Chance. What a tackle that is. That's holding the footy, is it? That's an absolute goal-saving tackle. That was quite brilliant there from Matilda Elborn. Still a lot of it. There's not too many purple back. Chance for AFL Sydney. Beautifully defended. Sitting out here. Can she take the mark? Misses a simple one, Livy Cameron. Ball comes to ground level. Fowler! Can they get a hand on it? They do, and it hits the post. And that's the lead for AFL Sydney, Jake. AFL Sydney 3-4-20, and the Giants Academy 3-3-21.
Got a hand on it and got a nose to it as well. That was a flat-out Falcon. Stevens seeing the footy out. Prosser Shaw takes it and goes. Tucks it under the arm. How far can she run? Just gets the bounce down in time. Counter-attacking footy from the Giants. Just spilling the mark down there was McHale.
1 on 5.
Does really well, though, to clean it up. Out the back. Beautiful tackle. Getting back there.
I think it was Cerezo, was it, who saved a goal. It was a 1 on 5 there, Jake. Orange shirts everywhere.
Just didn't sit up nicely for Rhodes, so he's going to take it out of the ruck, slam it on the boot. Mark's almost taken, but plenty of pressure being applied. That could be without the footy umpire calling play on. No, she's not. So it will be a holding free kick. Wenky's taken one out behind play as well as it continued. Annabelle McHale will line up for her first of the afternoon.
Pretty deep pockets here too at catches asphalt. Not an easy kick at all. Although, as a right footer, she's kicking on the correct side for a right hit. McHale, left forward pocket to put them in front. Drops on the boot, looks okay, and she's done it. Giants Academy back in front, 4-3-27, AFL Sydney Women's 3-4-22. 5 points the difference. Jake Altieri and David Redden here with you at Patches Asphalt Park in Carrabar. Lovely warm day, fast, hard track. And the ground has had a lot of football, to be fair, in the last 7 or 8 days. It's great to have facilities like this where there's no cricket block. You can play footy all year round.
Definitely so. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all last week. Studs into the turf. Here we are again today. 4 more matches at an elite level too. Janchek wins it down. Wenky kept it in front of her but left it behind on the third bite of the cherry. Got a free kick in the end for a high tackle. Stanwick's on the mark. Inside forward 50 she goes. Ball spills out the back. Hamilton. Cheeky little handball, but sold her mate down the river. It'll be a sling.
Is it Mitchell Bruce?
It is number 13, Stanbury.
That's Peggy, okay.
So, in a defensive 50, Stanbury goes out wide. Just misses Bourgeois and trickles out of bounds for a throw in.
It's not what they call a pretty decent defensive kick, that. They get it to the half-back flank and get a stoppage.
Chance to set up.
Chance to set up. Cooper is on her own. I'm not sure if anyone's picked her up. They have now. Cooper's on her own, lurking with intended stuff behind this play. Tapped out brilliantly, Bourgeois. Sweeping handball was dangerous, but it opens the player. Prosser Shaw, they won't catch her. She's too quick. Driving ball goes over the top. That is a superb judge mark. Cameron coming wide. Has one bounce. Should go short. The kick wasn't perfect. Cerezo needs to go now. And she just gets out. Great defensive work. Prosser Shaw's moved across. chance. Prosser Shaw, 35. And that ball's been dropped. And they're an even kick in front. Just got that on the shoulder of the instep. Prosser Shaw, she's a better kick than that normally. It's 1 goal the difference. Quick take immediately. Zara out there on the fly. It's a great to watch Zara on the move. Ball comes out wide. Little short inside ball. Lots and lots of blue here. They're going to have to defend well, the Giants. They have. They get a stoppage. They've done extremely, because it was 1-on-3. And Jake, they've done extremely well at centre wing. 1 goal the difference. We're not far away from the 3-quarter drinks break.
No, Wickham was right there. Had the footy in hand, but couldn't release. Out the back, Fowler. Some time to move now. Little right foot snap around the body. Plenty of orange here. Just dropping the mark was Hall. At the back. Surging it forward to Sydney. Like a rolling maul at the moment. Randall's in there. Laying the tackle was Stanbury.
That's actually what he best rolling ball. That's exactly what it was like. Well done, sir.
Ball's up against Stevens in the ruck now. Couldn't win it down. Winky at the back. Gave it to Dobell. Now Cooper. Looking to go. Umpire tells her to go. Ducks under 1. Gets a kick away. Get chopped off by Sullivan. That'll almost see us to the drinks break as she goes out wide looking for Wickham. That'll trickle towards the boundary line. And we've got drinks in quarter 3. Couple of opportunities for the Giants, David. They've extended their lead, or taken the lead back, and then extended it to an even goal.
They've kicked the only goal this quarter, Jake. And they're running hard. That's the thing. AFL Sydney will need this break. I think they need this right now, just to get set, get a drink in, and say, right, we know what we're doing. We've got to be snappy. And every time they make half an error, it's compounded because the Giants are circling, waiting for mistakes. That's what it seems like to me.
And that's how the Giants...
Interesting. Little change in interpretation. Rock and roll time to use there.
So here we go. Following drinks. Janshek over the top, winning it down. Coming through was Gork Roger, I believe, in there as well. Number 23 getting it out. Across the shores there, but sharking it before her was Kenobi. Dribbling little ball through hands, getting towards the outer side. And Martini up towards half forward. Leaving the footy behind with Stanbury. Giants able to repel that initial attack. Randall did get boots ball as she was slung to the ground. Umpire calls play on. High up and under. Half taken by Dubell, who moves it on quickly. That's going to be holding the footy, does it not? Umpire circling, it is. Corcoran it was at the bottom of the pack. So Sydney throwing back into attack. Fowler smashed in the back as she went to take the mark.
Not sure she's overly happy with that. I think she's having a bit of a chirp at the moment. That was quite crude.
40 metres out.
I'm not saying anything about kicking distance. I'm once bitten, twice shy, Jackie.
Well, there we go. There goes the question I was going to ask you. So she's already kicked 2 this afternoon. Georgie Fowler lining up for her third. Get a good view of this on the sportscast cameras. Georgie Fowler strolls in. Got under it a little bit. So high up and under towards the hot spot. It's actually bounced over the back. I'm not sure if anyone really got a hand to it, but through for one behind.
5 points the difference. And for mine, it's the defensive pressure inside 50. That's one of the main differences between the two sides. Giants getting out there 50 relatively comfortably at the moment. Long driving kick. Fowler gets hands on it first. Puts the fend on. Beats one. Now he's got to get rid of it. That's holding the footy. Trying to do too much. I think that's Darcy Prosser Shaw that made the tackle. Darcy's got the football. Comes out wide. Adding towards Phillips, who's dropped it. Now gets a kick. Oh, that's holding the ball as well. Then play on, play advantage. Fowler kicks it up to the square. Got to get in front. Here comes the defensive prowess from the Giants. Hall. Beautiful handball, and they've cleared the play again. This one's gone only as far as Martini. Ball bounces like a leg break. Got to get rid of it. Does. Handball comes out. Mitchell Bruce turns around the corner. Comes off the side. That lucks a fortune. Hannah Wolf gets an absolute shank. And Hannah Wolf's a low driving kick of the football. She'll be kicking this from, get the meterage right here, maybe 30 through. She's on the 50 now. She's got a longer run up than Elise Perry. But I reckon she'll be kicking this from around or about 35. See, she's got the distance. Driving ball as predicted. And it goes through for a behind, Jake. And the score is AFL Sydney Women 3-6, trailing the Giants Academy 4-4-28 with 5 3/4 left to go in quarter number 3.
So through lack of opportunities, Stevens missed the target with a kick. And there's Wickham to mop up for AFL Sydney. Ball inside, Wolf. That was a half volley for her. She couldn't take, but the umpire found a free kick.
Shoulder.
And Wolf will have another chance inside forward 50. Look to pass this one off. Jusling, ball off hands. Stevens back for the Giants, left it behind.
Of course, Hannah Wolf, the Mostyn medalist in AFL Sydney in 2024.
It was Walsh with a strong tackle to keep the ball in play. Umpire just bring it back in a touch. Quick clearing kick. Randall in front, takes the mark, gives the handball away to Prosser Shaw. And here we go. Dodges around one. Handballs to herself almost, and that's without the footy. We're going to try and chase down that footy. It's Prosser Shaw. That's Amelie. Taken without it. Now told to go. Umpire says play on. Gets around the man on the mark. So the sniper got the man on the mark too. Kick up. Stolen by Johnson.
Johnson on centre wing looks to square the football. It's a dangerous kick. What a mark that is. Got the headband on today. She's easy to spot. Left foot drive. Cooper's on her own. Takes an easy chest mark. She should go over the top. There's a plethora of Giants up at forward here. Quigley can't get her hands on the football. Still alive. Is that over the shoulder? No, not paid that way. Scooped out. I don't know how. Goal. Goal to the Giants. 5-4-34, AFL Sydney 3-6. Did you get it?
Patterson.
It was. That's Patterson's third. And how dynamic she been. Limited opportunity. She's kicked 3 out of 5. And just like that, it's a 10-point dip. That's a telling difference now, Jake. And again, they played counter-attacking football, and they caught AFL Sydney without players behind the ball.
Yeah, quite surprising that they're able to get out the back and had so many numbers out the back as well.
Yes, that's right. And Cooper set that up at centre-half forward. She just was alone and unattended. Tapped out of there by Bourgeois. He's been pretty solid in the ruck. Oh, Cavanagh on the fly. Left foot driving ball. Comes hard right at the death. This is where the Giants have done well. Fowler needs to get rid of it. Can't. Great tackle made on Fowler. Handball comes backwards. Cavanagh, can she pick it up? She does now. Evades a tackle. And a free kick to Cavanagh. And she's just about in range. She's got a lovely left foot when she gets going. And Sophie, oh gee, she's kicking from a long way out. Short ball. At the second attempt, it's Holly Wickham. And Wickham's a little bit closer, almost directly in front. Kicking from about, he's 40, probably 36 or 37. Again, the long run up to build momentum. They absolutely got to have this goal, AFL Sydney. Giants are starting to get away. Wickham, driving low ball, won't make the distance. At the mark, a lovely mark straight in the goal square. And again, the Giants' defence has done a great job. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Coming wide. Over the top of Prosser Shaw, Darcy. Quick kick comes out. Wickham's kick is smothered. Over you, Jake.
Here's Fowler. Couldn't take the footy with it. Trying to drive through was Johnson. And tackled out of bounds for a throw in. Ella Randall doing the tackling. Chance to reset for both sides. Bourgeois gets the tap down. Cook Roger was in there. Fowler again slams it on the boot. 5 footy up and under. Fraser couldn't take it with her. And ball spills out of over the boundary line. And Kennedy for company. We'll go again, still inside the forward 50. This AFL Sydney outfit who are on the attack. No ruckman getting a handball, or a hand to it I should say. Picking it up was Darcy Prosser-Shaw, but was going nowhere quickly. And we'll go again. Stanbury doing the ruck work for Sydney up forward. Shove against Rhodes. Brings it down Fowler. Slams it on the boot, but that's across the face. It'll bounce out of bounds. That'll be a throw in.
40 seconds left in the quarter, and the time doesn't stop. So AFL Sydney's, can they produce another late goal as they did in the second quarter? The Giants have been very good this quarter. They've deserved this 10-point lead for mine. Stanbury gets it down left-handed. Chasing over there was Kennedy. Can't pick it up. Worked off the football. Prosser Shaw in there. Chance squeezes out the back. Lovely centering ball. Can anyone get on the end of it? No, they can't. This Giants defence has been terrific. Great tackle made in there. And that, Jake, should just about be the end of the quarter, I reckon. Siren is imminent. There it is, as predicted. So after a very, very good quarter from the Giants Academy, they are 5-4. There was 21 apiece at half-time. Giants Academy 5-4-34 with 3 goals to Georgia Patterson, starring as a small forward. AFL Sydney are 3-6-24 with Georgie Fowler kicking a couple of goals. Jake, your thoughts?
Just the Giants' pressure, as we spoke about at half-time, David, their tackling pressure is immense. Not many are slipping through either. AFL Sydney trying to pass first.
Welcome back to Patches Asphalt Park. AFL Sydney Women's 22, under 22's 3-6-24, chasing a very impressive Giants Academy side, under 18 side 5-4-34. And I think we need to make that note as we welcome back Jake Altieri into the commentary box, is that we've got under 18s playing under 22s, but the Giants Academy doing a great job tonight. They've been very impressive.
Yeah, very fast. We just saw Emily Crosser-Shaw really come into the game in that third term, running off half-back, breaking lines, probably set up a couple of opportunities for the Giants up forward as well. So really starting to work into the game, as we have seen in the previous matches as well, where the run and gun for these academy sides in the last half has really started to overpower what we've seen from the 22 sides.
And it's interesting that Emily Crosser-Shaw's home ground at Cambridge Oval in Kellyville is very similar in dimensions to this, perhaps slightly wider, but she'd be very comfortable playing on a ground of this size and this dimension.
They're not short of space out there, are they?
No, Cambridge, no, not here, no. You've got lots of space. The pockets are very deep. They're like Football Park and Adelaide do. Players getting into position, and once again to take us away for the start of the final quarter of what's been a terrific battle, the voice of AFL Canberra is Mr. Jake Altieri.
Thanks, David. Of course, we've got a quarter and a drinks break still to go in the women's matchup. Only 10 points the margin. Still plenty of opportunities for either side. We head back into the middle. Janshek over the top wins it down, but a free kick will go the way of Wenke for the Giants. An early win for them. Looking to take the handball route, but almost got away with it. Wenke mops up her own mess. Bursts away, sends it up towards half forward, and Cooper over her head. Trying to mop it up down there is Cameron for Sydney. He missed the target with the handball. Now dangerous signs. Shot a goal from Jones, just to the right-hand side, I should say. Through for one behind.
5-5-25, 3-6-24, 11 points difference. If they get two more behinds, that makes it a three-kick game. And that, in a low-scoring game, is going to be very hard. Kick out, goes to the natural right side. They all miss it. Picking the football up now are the Giants. Handball comes away. Tries to beat one, beat two in there. Was Serena? No, it wasn't Borks. It was Baker, I think. Straight down the spine, and the Giants have just had plays all day sitting behind the football. Up towards McHale, is that? Or is it Winky? No, Winky, who we called it a few minutes ago, had a very good start to the quarter. Low driving ball. Cooper, that could have been a free kick. Cooper! Oh, misses just. And it's two straight kicks, the difference. She actually had a little bit more time than she thought. Trying to put that behind in. There it goes. So the score check for you is 5-6 to the Giants, 3-4 to Sydney. At the moment, all the momentum and all the plays with the Giants, Jake, they really look the business.
Able to lock this footy inside their forward half of the ground. Make it difficult for the Sydney Siders to get it out of the defensive end. Bourgeois left it behind, but worked out well in the end.
A little push there.
Stevens left it behind. All was tackled as she tried to get possession away. And away go the Giants once more. Crosser-Shaw. This is Darcy. That kick was not very good at all. Turning it over in the middle of the ground. Wolf for Sydney. Kick out wide. First one to it will be Walsh. Had some time to pick it up, but shortly after was just driven into the ground. And the Giants getting numbers to the contest once again. And laying down the pressure. Bourgeois took it out of the ruck. Tackled immediately, and they'll go again. Wolf. Quick kick forward. Ball couldn't trap it. Crosser-Shaw gets a quick kick towards Cooper, who keeps it in front of her, just fell over.
Holding the football.
Stanbury on top of there, playing the tackle, and that's holding the ball.
Didn't make enough of his head. Was at the ump. You could see the umpire loitering and waiting to give that decision. Stanbury, wide, beautiful kick to position. Lovely, lovely kick. They've got to move it. They've got to get a move on. AFL Sydney's not much movement. It's like me and a dance floor out there at the moment. Very stationary. Going wide. Interceptors coming in. And here they go again, the Giants. Loading up at half back. But that is an average kick. Comes out, mark taken. That was Taylor Kenobi going wide. That's a better delivery of the football. That is wide. Chance out very wide. Needs to cross this, I'd imagine. Wolves on her own. And coming in there was Taylor Kenobi again. And Kenobi's got this kick. This will test her for distance. She'll probably be kicking from just inside 40. But goodness me, it would set up a grandstand finish if Kenobi can somehow get this through. There's not much breeze out there. It's almost completely still. Kenobi kicks it now. She's got a fair bit of that. Just going to fall short. Touched on the lines. They keep it in. Danger. That should be a mark on her. Falls to ground. That's a good tackle. And they just got that ball out of bounds. Yes, thank you, mate. Just got that ball out of bounds. Good tackle made in there by Tilly Edwards. Keeps that ball in the forward pocket. Interesting here. Kenobi's launching at the back of this ruck contest on her own. Stanbury can't get the football. Handball comes out beautifully done, and they've cleared it straight down the spine. Dangerous kick. Great football, Giants. That was McHale driving ball again. Quigley on the run. Cooper, can she grubber it through? I don't think so. I reckon that's been shanked. But they get a stoppage in the forward pocket, Jay, and that's a huge win. They've transferred the football down in all of 20 seconds. And one more score here would make it almost impossible.
I was going to say, how fast was that from coast to coast?
Not quite Lance Franklin, but not close. Not far away.
So, deep in attack for the Giants. Looking to put the first nail into the coffin. If I found a free kick, it'll go the way.
She went the wrong way.
So Janšek will have an opportunity to put the margin out to 3 goals. Make it very difficult for this AFL Sydney side. Janšek comes in, kicks on its way to the left-hand side, and through for a 1 behind. But 2 goals won now, still 3 scoring shots needed.
Yeah. And that's a critical moment in the game right now.
And also an opportunity for the Giants to lock this in. Bring it into play. Mitchell Bruce. Bourgeois. Great hands. Marks the kick in. Long up the wing. Cross the shore. Off hands. Rudd. Slams on the root. They've got the outnumber here, the Sydney Siders. Bursting through is Kennedy. Got a handball away. Wickham had too long to get rid of it. Didn't. And Janšek takes the advantage.
She's had a good day. Janšek and Wink have had good days on it.
They're very strong in the ruck. As Janšek kicks to plenty of orange jumpers. None of them could hold onto the mark though. Through Quigley's hands. Trying to burst through his berry. Got a handball away. That's almost thrown. Umpire calls play on. Sanchez out wide lays a strong tackle.
And how many times today have we said strong tackle, great tackle, Giants?
Been one of the pinnacles of their game for sure.
Ball comes out the back. And so many times their hands haven't been perfect and it's cost them today, AFL Sydney. The game's not over yet. Cavana want to get on the left side. Lovely little shimmy. Gets onto her left foot. Now is there a chance? Ball goes deep. That ball's gone 65 metres on the run. One more and they're out. Takes a bounce. Look at the speed. 3 bounces. 4 bounces. Great to watch. 5 bounces. 6 bounces. Fantastic to watch. Outstanding football, Giants. Really. Stanwick's going backwards. Got to get rid of it quick. Taylor does. Goes straight down the spine. Bourgeois just gets a kick away. Cavana's going to want that left side if she can. Steps. They're onto her. Hamilton gets another handball out legally. Great defensive work both sides. Bourgeois gets off her backside, gets a kick to it. Bump in there, Cavana. The players must be exhausted. Drink's not far away. Bourgeois sweeping handball. Zara won't want to go on the left side. Gets a handball out. This is such a wonderful passage of play. Great football to watch. Or head over the football. Hannah Wolf. Great tackling again. They want this football. They just wanted a bit more, the Giants. Cooper's out on her own. Ball control now. Now it's got to turn around. Inside ball comes to Randall. Gets onto a natural left foot. But the kick's errant. And Stanwyck's standing back there at sweeper. Goes wide. Out towards Zara on the fly. Can she pick the football up? She's being pursued there by Sanchez. These two played against each other last year in the final series. Ball drops down. Trying to put a Shepherd on, holding the player. And it's a free kick. Jakey on centre wing. Up 13 points the difference.
That'll do us. For drinks, couple of minutes off, couple of minutes to cool down. Not only out on the field, but up in the commentary box and tough, hard footy. Voice needs a rest, David. That was just play after play after play.
That's great. That's what we do. That's why you have the strepsils in the bag over here. But that's... Look, you're a trained journalist, and this is what you do. I don't know about you. I genuinely love being here, and you've got to get involved in the play like you do. Our voice and tones are completely different, but I know from the moment I met you that you've got a vested interest in callings because this is what you do. I mean, you're trained to do this. I'm not. I'm just a mug who happened to get given a go. But there's no point being here if you don't project to people that it's an exciting game of football. And this is, for me, it's the 1st of March. How good's the footy been? That's what my thoughts are, mate.
It's awesome. It's been clean. It's been hard. Plenty of great tackles from either side. No team giving an inch. I think that's been the best part about the day so far is that every team that's played out there today has probably come away with something that they can either improve on or something that they did well. And I think it's been a good hit out in the pre-season for all involved.
Somebody at the Giants Football Club is doing something right. If they're in this sort of condition and their match preparation's been excellent, but it's clear that these players have worked and worked on their tackling, the ability to not go to ground, and at elite level, when they get you off your feet.
Time.
And you're seeing some of the most exciting young footballers in New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory, and some of these players eventually line are going to get picked up. Kavanagh has been. Fowler has been on the list. There's more of these players. Yanchep, Winkey, they've been outstanding. Both Prosser Shores have been excellent. And it's just been a terrific exhibition. It's really been... Cooper and Quigley have both been terrific. Quigley, of course, who plays for Ainslie, and she'll be playing in a couple of weeks' time, probably on that Thursday night football on Holy Thursday. At Ainslie Oval, they've got that game out.
Yeah, the Ainslie under-18 side, especially in the girls' division, are unstoppable.
Crack hot, are they?
Mia Cooper part of that side as well. I think she's won almost back-to-back-to-back league best and fairest.
That's how good she is.
Numerous best and fairest for Ainslie as well throughout the years.
And for the last time in this game, the next voice you'll hear will be that of the voice of AFL Canberra, my esteemed colleague, Jake Altuve.
So here we go for the final time. Drinks all done and dusted as Rhodes moves into the ruck for the Giants. Handball out wide, Kavanagh. Gets around a couple, Bourgeois. Gives it back to Kavanagh. Inside forward 50, it's a chiseling ball, but stopped off by Rhodes. The handball going straight away. Stevens takes a bounce as she weaves her way through traffic straight up the diddle Winky.
How fast is she?
Very athletic. Morgan Stevens. High footy inside 450. McHale reading it best at the back. Just has to sit up nicely for her now. It does. Had some support and puts the icing on the cake for the GWS Giants. Annabelle McHale, her second of the afternoon.
And that does put the icing on the cake. That's just, it's been a terrific performance. They're going to go back to Sydney tonight. Most of these players, well, some of them are Canberra residents. They're just going to go back and they've had an enormous day out. They really have. And it augurs well when they go back to their clubs. And it's just been a complete... And remember, AFL Sydney kicked 2 goals in 60 seconds at the end of the second quarter. Back to the centre. Bourgeois, who's been terrific. Great to see playing rep footy after a terrible ACL about 18 months ago. Corcoran gets that out wide, going further wide. That is a superb kick. Oh, my correction, I thought that was right on the chest, but it wasn't. Over the top. Got to stay on your feet. Little nudge out. Again, great defensive work. Cooper tracking back with the football. Good tackle on there, Sheridan Baker. And good work in there from Asa Sanchez as well. Out here on centre wing on the Combox side. Bourgeois beaten that time by Rhodes. Wonder if the parents are Bob Marley fans actually, or reggae fans. Tapped out wide, Sanchez picks it up from behind her feet. Wolf somehow extracts that football. She's been terrific today, Hannah Wolf. She'd be in their best 3 or 4, I reckon. She's just got so much football as a rover.
And used it well as well.
Yeah.
Hannah Wolf, as we go again, Rhodes. Does get the first hands to it. There she is on cue. Wolf trying to burst on through. Prosser Shaw gave it to Prosser Shaw. Inside 50, looking for McHale again. Just nudged under the footy. Legally said the umpire. Sorezzo. Moving it towards the outer side. Here's Martini. Bit of space to move. Up the wing. Johnson. Put some numbers on inside. You can spot them. She does. One of them is Fowler. Just a little bit short for her, but had enough time to go back and pick up the footy. Didn't have it, said the umpire, and Fowler's going to take the advantage. Turns and burns. Inside forward 50. Kick chopped off by Fraser. Right space, right time. Looking to go.
Oh.
Bit of circle work. She's handballed it to the back of her teammate. Umpire found a free kick. And Fraser will take the advantage. A couple of players out wide have the outnumber again. Georgialis. Just over her head, bouncing footy. Popped up by Sullivan. Back to Borks. Good kick inside. Just to relieve some pressure. It's Brown.
Brown going across the field, and again it's going to get chopped off and away. The Giants have run and gunned today beautifully. On the left foot, to 1-on-1. Bit of a height match difference here. There's 1-on-2. Can they get the ball to Quigley? I tell you what, Mitchell Bruce has done outstandingly well to get a stoppage there, because all that needed was a little touch, and Quigley was gone. Over there, deep in that left forward pocket, it's 19 points of difference. The Giants are going to win this game. Fowler's had a pretty good day. She comes off in front of us, and she's going to be hard to stop for North Shore. We'll see North Shore in a couple of weeks. Game 1 of the season. North Shore and Pennant Hills at Cork Hill in AFL Sydney. Bourgeois has had a very solid day. The ruck contest have been excellent all day. That shouldn't be holding the football, surely. Oh, my goodness. I don't know who had the football for one, and it's a bit hard to be... Anyway, that's what the umpires don't have a choice. I've got to give that the umpire credit there. He's forced to make a decision. Coming wide, up to Sophie Kavanagh, who just lopes around. When she's got an extra gear in those legs of hers, and when she needs to put on the speed, she does. Sullivan, harassed out of it. Walsh just stands on one leg and taps it up. Corcoran met player in front. Surely that was a mark. Oh, must have just gone to ground. How is that holding the football? Gracious me. We continue on. No, got to call play on now. You've had your 6 or 7 seconds. He does. Coming wide. Great work, Janchik. She's been absolutely outstanding today. Over the top there of Winky. He's also had a good day out. Hamble out the back from Baker. Coming wide. Is that ball going to stay in? Just. Joke, there are 3 3/4 minutes left. The Giants leading by 19 points.
There you catch your breath, David.
Oh, my breath's fine.
Can't believe that was holding the ball.
Thank you. I didn't think I was that wrong.
Bourgeois out of the ruck. Slams it on the boot. Coming through is Hamilton. Taking in a strong tackle. Bourgeois trying to mop up. Crosser Shaw almost taken high. Umpire calls play on. Handball over the top. Dobell couldn't take the footy with her. Crosser Shaw now she dived on it. She's been wrestled away. Wenke from 50. Sends a long footy towards goal. Bouncing and into the post.
20 points sums up the second half. Like they've won the second half 23-3. The Giants.
Exactly what we've seen on the field too, David.
Absolutely. It's been a comprehensive performance. Another mark drop. And I think this Sydney side will be much better for a run too, just quietly. Remember that there'll be players from this side playing rep footy. We'll be calling again, hopefully together. There'll be representative footy in Sydney and Canberra coming up in May at Blacktown this year. A bit warmer than last year, we hope.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully you can turn on the weather for us this year.
Indeed. That's exactly an accidental trip. Might have been tripped up by our own player. That's what the umpire's called. Can't argue, actually. Handball out Zara. It's ball smothered, and here go the Giants again. On that trusty left foot. Quigley, despairing it. Chance, Quigley, got to kick it. Does. And now it's a 26-point lead. And they did that very well. And Quigley showing her skill. The Ainsley football has been very lively today, I must admit, Jake. She's been very good. And as you said, she comes from the Ainsley Under-18 Academy. And they've taken up all the... Now, are you expecting a lot of these players to make their debuts in Premier Division this year if they haven't already done so?
Yes, for sure. Definitely. I think it's a bit of a weird spot where I think a lot of the young players that are playing in the Giants side and in the Canberra 22 side, they're all mainly first-grade players, being sort of 16, 17, 18, but they're just so good at the moment.
Stevens has been lively at that, but she's just dynamic at fullback.
Here's Wenke, another one that's played a number of first-grade games for the Belconnen Magpies. Bursting through. Quigley again. Had it palmed away from her. Baker. Falling over Cerezo.
I'll actually have to catch up with Hannah because it's an interesting name. You've got an Italian surname, so I'd back you to get it right, but I've called it the one way, but I'm not sure if it's right. He's actually a student at my uni.
High up and under. Won't be the required. Wenke brushes away one. Gets boots to ball as she's being tackled. Bacale's the target. Off hands. Bacale laying the shepherd. It was an ambitious attempt by Sanchez and out of bounds on the full.
Ambitious, was it? Perhaps a bit more than ambitious, but tough pocket to kick under that much pressure.
So the clock winding down in the final quarter of this matchup between AFL Sydney and the GWS Giants. Still got the men's game after this, so don't go anywhere. Just have to flick over to the next live stream, whether you're watching on Streamer for the AFL New South Wales ACT app. Quigley almost handballed it to herself to end the game, but that's it from Hatches Asphalt Park. It's 7-8-50 for the GWS Giants Academy. They defeat the AFL Sydney Women's Under-22's 3-6-24. Jake Altieri and David Redden with you all game. David, one more game to go, but just quickly recap this one. The Giants just too good in that second half.
Too good, perhaps a slightly superior fitness as well, but their defensive work was outstanding. Just terrific to watch. If this is what the Giants are producing, it augurs extremely well for the future. AFL Sydney not disgraced by any means. It was 21 all at half time, but more cohesion, more teamwork. Clearly they've been playing together. They've had some time together, and the Giants people will be very pleased with this excellent hit out in trying conditions